we're going to jump into the 5 spiritual truths. And I'm going to start talking about truth number 1. There's nothing wrong here. Now remember, we're talking about the spiritual realm. And in the spiritual realm, the quantum realm, there's different laws. Newtonian physics laws don't exist in this quantum realm. The study of the subatomic particle, the very small things, almost the invisible. And there really is nothing wrong here in the spiritual realm. Now, is there something wrong in the physical realm? If you lost your job today, is there something wrong in the physical realm? Yeah, I lost my job, Lisa. That's bad. That's wrong. He left me. That's wrong. I don't like where I'm at right now. That's wrong. So in the physical realm, the reality life is tough. There's things that happen in life that are unfair, unimaginable, inhumane, not right, unfair. But that energy doesn't exist in the spiritual realm. Even the most unimaginable heartbreak in the spiritual realm, that means you, that part of you, that spirit says, there's nothing wrong here. I love you and there's nothing wrong here. I know you're hurting and there's nothing wrong here. I have compassion for you. Your spiritual self says to your reflection, your physical self, I have compassion for you. I feel for you and there's nothing wrong here. You didn't do anything wrong. There's nothing wrong that occurred. And just wait till you embrace that. Because as soon as you do, the solution arises. We got to be willing to practice spiritual truth. Number 1, there's nothing wrong here. In the spiritual realm, there's nothing wrong here. And you are spiritual. So within you, you will know and you say and you realize there's nothing wrong here. I guess I actually need this. There's a part of me that maybe even wants this. There's nothing wrong here. This leads us right into spiritual truth number 2. My power is within me. So these mantras that we're sharing, that we feel it viscerally, and that's the key. Mantras aren't affirmations that you just keep speaking. Mantras are affirmations that you keep feeling. Mantras, mind shift mantras, are affirmations that you continue to resonate with. I resonate with that. I feel that. I feel it viscerally. I feel it viscerally that everything's happening in perfect timing. I feel it viscerally that I'm on the right track. I feel it viscerally that I'm enough. Spiritual truth number 3. And how do you feel it viscerally? I mean, like in your bones, in your aura, in your essence. You're a walking, talking vessel of faith. My power is within me. How do you get to that point where you just know what you know, what you know? It's not even a belief anymore. It's a conviction. It's a conviction. And somebody looks at you right in the face and says, are you crazy? Like, there's no good men anymore. Or, realtors aren't making money right now. And it's not true. My power is within me. What do I know right now? What can I trust about myself right now? My power is within me. What energetic field can I tap into right now for wisdom? Spiritual truth number 2, my power is within me, is about taking full responsibility. I'm the common denominator. What's going on within me that I'm attracting this turmoil, or attracting these challenges, or attracting clients that are being extra difficult for me, or attracting clients who are quitting, or and please hear my heart. It is not your fault. I am not saying it's your fault for anything that happened in your life. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying in the spiritual realm is you are a magnet. And if there's something that you're looking at, just know it's a mirror, and there is something within you that was vibrating at the same level of that experience, at the same level of that argument, at the same level of that difficulty. But there's nothing wrong here. In a way, your spiritual nature knew you needed that argument. You needed it. There's nothing wrong here. You attracted it. You needed it. Now, why would someone need an argument? Why would you need to have an argument, a disagreement, a breakdown to help break through? Imagine any friend that you've had, any time in your marriage that you had a breakdown or an argument. That's so good for you because it helps you show up self-expressed. It helps you share what's not working for you in your life. And it helps your partner share what's not working for them in their life. And then through this unbelievable connection called love, and I care about you, I listen, you listen, and we come to an agreement. So we got to let go of what we make arguments mean, what we make downturns in the market mean. Sometimes if business is tough, we say, oh my gosh, the sky's just falling, like business is tough. What if business was just tough for a couple of days, a couple of weeks, a couple of months? It's cyclical. Every business is. Every business is cyclical. So what if you let go of judging that it's cyclical and you prepared for it and you stood right here in the beginning of the cyclical market, and maybe it is a downturn, and you say, my power is within me. Let me think of new ideas. There's nothing wrong here. All things happen for your highest good. Your power is within you. You're enough, and there's enough. So let's talk a little bit about you're enough and there's enough. The middle of the 5 spiritual truths is not just understanding that, even though understanding is important, but that's, again, is the physical nature. That's Newtonian physics. I understand that, Lisa. I understand there's enough. I'm enough. I understand that. And I want you to understand that. But we're talking about the spiritual realm. I want you to resonate with that. In the quantum realm, I want you to vibrate. I'm enough. There's enough. And that takes practice. That takes you saying, I'm going to intentionally take a walk right now. And for the next 15 minutes, I am going to observe everything in my eyesight that is enough, more than enough. So here you are. You're walking on this walk, in this exercise, in this mindset reset exercise. And you say, oh, I'm walking. Oh my gosh, I'm enough. I have the power to move my body from my apartment down to 30th Street. I'm enough. And then you start thinking, oh, I'm daydreaming. Oh my gosh, I have the capacity to think of one thought over another, one beautiful song over another. Oh my gosh, and I have a memory. I can actually remember the songs from my days in the 70s. Some of you can't say that, but I can. My songs that I loved in the 70s, Journey, Chicago, Seals and Croft, disco, all that delicious music of the 70s. And I have a memory that I can just sing that song and belt it out on this 15-minute walk. And I'm right back when I was 12 years old, 15 years old, 17 years old, and had my first kiss on the roller skate rink. I'm enough. There's enough. And then you notice I'm enough. There's enough in nature. Then you notice, you get up to a stop sign and somebody lets you go first. Of course they're going to let you go first. You're resonating at I'm enough. There's enough. You're a magnet. You're attracting it all. So with these mind shifts, we can practice elevating our consciousness, expanding our way of being by practicing these 5 spiritual truths. I'm enough. There's enough. My uniqueness is needed. And so what spiritual truth number 4 ushers in for you and makes possible for you when you know this, when you understand this. But remember, it's more than knowing. It's more than understanding. It's resonating. When you're resonating with this, you're a walking, talking vessel of truth, of belief that my uniqueness is needed. What I bring to this company, to this corporation, to this family, to this marriage, to this conversation matters. It matters. My ideas, they matter. My quirky way of looking at life, it matters. That energy, that way of being comes from practicing my uniqueness is needed. I love it. I love to push the envelope about what's possible and these interesting conversations in the quantum realm around quantum mechanics. And so what about you? What are you still suppressing in my authenticity is needed? And maybe you're still judging yourself like I judge myself. I don't really fit in when I act like that, or when I acknowledge that part of me. I don't really fit in, or it seems selfish that I love luxury. It seems selfish that I love first class travel. I don't know, just fill in the blank. Whatever you're making up, notice that and really work on spiritual truth number 4, because your uniqueness is needed. Maybe you're an intellect and you are a brainiac and you love research. You love research so much, you would rather delve into the research, truly understand it to a core, like a subatomic level, that you are just this walking, talking encyclopedia of this topic, to the point where you didn't even eat dinner, to the point where you didn't even call your boyfriend back, to the point where you were late to meet your girlfriend for dinner, or, but that's who you are. You're an intellect, you're a brainiac, you love to research, you love to get lost in the research. Or it's creativity, painting and writing. What makes you wacky and weird? What makes you different? and alone and maybe lonely. It's okay. Where are you still judging yourself around this uniqueness? Okay, I'm going to acknowledge where I still judge myself, and I'm going to let that go. Embrace my duality, let go, and I'm going to practice the spiritual truth called my uniqueness is needed. And journal it. It's needed because it's needed here, it's needed there. It's needed because it brings balance to the workplace, to the family, to your marriage, to your friendships. So let's talk about spiritual truth number 5. I love spiritual truth number 5. I have the capacity to change. Your brain loves predictability. So take the pain. Life can be hard. Breakup can be hard. Downshifts can be hard. Breakdowns can be hard. But I receive them, and there's nothing wrong here. And maybe I manifested this because I could evolve out of it, because I could love myself through it, because after every breakdown is a breakthrough. After every breakdown is a breakthrough. And so you take the pain, you take a truth, but you don't make it a truth, and you don't create the suffering. Do you hear the distinction? Yeah. And you catch yourself with these 5 spiritual truths. Sometimes you're opinionated, and sometimes you're incredibly open-minded. These characters can coexist, and they must. Sometimes you're quiet, sometimes you're exuberant. Let's hope you're both. They can coexist. You can have a tendency to be more quiet than exuberant, and that's wonderful. Your uniqueness is needed. But you can be exuberant if you're a quiet person. And if you're a loud, boisterous person, you can be quiet. You can be a generous listener. Maybe that's not your natural tendency, but you can be it. They can coexist. I can be both. I can be both. Sometimes I have to be opinionated, and sometimes I'm incredibly open-minded. Words create. Words create. Consciousness gets expanded in a relaxed state when your imagination goes there in the feelings and the vibration and the energy of these 5 spiritual truths. Make it a beautiful week, and enjoy the 5 spiritual truths. Put them into practice. Thanks, everyone. Are you ready to learn a formula to help you stop being stuck in fear and level up your productivity? To go from being overwhelmed to a high performer? To turn your scarcity mindset into an abundance magnet? Then you want to come to the Mastermind Retreat in Tuscany, Italy. You'll enjoy 6 magical days immersed in the beauty, the culture, the richness of the Tuscan countryside, Florence and Siena and San Gimignano. You'll mastermind with other like-minded people in a 13th century castle as you apply my Mindset Reset formula to recreate yourself, your business, and your life. There's only 2 spots left. Get registered today at lisajcoaching.com/retreats. And I'll see you in Tuscany.